I've been working on completing the rest of Scarlet and Violet. I bought the DLC on release and haven't played it until now. Living Dex is so close to being completed. Anyway, if you like Pokemon, there's a good chance you've seen the Direct by now. You might have seen other videos or Reddit posts, and I'm here to dogpile on. If you're familiar, then you probably won't hear anything new, but I feel like it's worth complaining and bitching about. Oh, by the way, I'm not censoring this video, just a heads up. So, like the idiot I am, I bought the Switch 2 somewhere shortly after it released. I also pre-ordered the new Legends that comes out next month. I did this because I love Pokemon. I know the future of this series is going to be on the Switch 2, so I bought one. $500, by the way. Then I pre-ordered ZA for $70 because it cost an extra $10 for the Switch 2 optimizations. Even though they didn't do that to us with Scarlet and Violet. Okay, not a big deal, I guess. Then in the Direct, they announced DLC for ZA, and the game isn't even released yet. And in the interest of being fair, GameFreak isn't the first to do this, but that doesn't make it okay. I didn't fucking like it when EA did it. I'm certainly not going to fucking like it when you do it. I don't know if EA games have actually done that, but you believe me, didn't you? It sounds like an EA thing to do, right? Then on top of that, they show off new megas for the Kalos starters. They all look pretty cool. Some people are dunking on Greninja, but overall, not bad. Generally an 8 out of 10, I'd say. Then they tell us that you have to earn the Mega Stones for them from online ranked battles. So like, why though? This is something that GameFreak does that is utterly baffling to me. They love doing this kind of stuff. I'm not going to be able to finish the Living Dex for the Scarlet and Violet DLC that I'm working on because I don't have Walking Wake or Iron Leaves, and I can't get them because they were only available in Scarlet and Violet Terra raids for a limited time, multiple times, but not now. They did this just recently with the shiny Treasures of Ruin, which, by the way, this is your reminder / wake-up call. If you get on Scarlet and Violet right now, you can claim those shinies from Mystery Gift until the end of September, I think. I don't know. Just do it now if you care about it. Chi won't be available until Friday, but you can get the rest of them now. They also did this with the shiny Galar birds, which I also missed out on. You had to participate in online rank battles during some period in Sword and Shield. GameFreak just has this weird obsession with limited time distributions of Pokemon for some reason, and it pisses me off more than anything. They even recently just announced that they're doing the GameStop codes again for shiny Koraidon and Miraidon. I've seen a lot of people in other countries upset that this event is only for North America, Australia, and New Zealand. Not sure how they fare on the other side of the world, but if it makes anyone feel any better, it'll probably be a pain in the ass for us in North America as well. Because if you're lucky enough that the GameStop employees don't take a lot of these codes to sell on eBay, then some other greaseball is going to come in, get as many as the employee will let them have, then get their bozo ass friends to go in and get as many as they can, and so on, just for them to turn around and sell them on eBay or Facebook Marketplace for $20 a pop. The last time they did one of these code giveaways, I couldn't get shit. I have 2 GameStops near me that my friends and I regularly check when they passed out shiny Zamazenta and Zacian, and every time any of us ever went, the employees would say they didn't have any. So yeah, instead of just letting you shiny hunt these things, they make them an in-person distribution that only happens once until a game gets released a decade later. Then you can shiny hunt them freely. Gee, thanks. All of this is to say that I'm just getting fatigued. I'm getting tired of getting lackluster Pokemon games. I'm tired of Nintendo price hiking shit. I'm tired of FOMO distributions. I'm just tired. I've been playing since Red and Blue. I took a break after Black and White and returned during Horus, Omega Ruby. Since then, I've made a living Dex, went back to play X and Y, and Black 2 and White 2, and have kept up with the mainline games since. I'm tired of getting excited for directs that show fucking 3 minutes of the new game, it being underwhelming, and having to sit through 30 minutes of mobile slop first. Everyone seems so pumped for ZA, and that's great. I mean, I don't want to rain on anyone's parade or anything. I love Pokemon, particularly the video games. So when I criticize them, it comes from a desire for them to be better. Why the fuck did Scarlet and Violet release the way they did? Why are there multiple videos from different creators that are hours upon hours in runtime going over everything they messed up in those games? Those games were a disaster, and even after the patches and the Switch 2 update, they were only at what should have been considered acceptable for the Switch 1. Everyone glazed PLA, and while I don't think it's a terrible game, I do still have gripes with it. Mainly the fact that the open world is mostly fucking empty and boring. The only thing to do is hurl Pokeballs at everything you see, and almost everything you see looks like smeary fucking Play-Doh. I really don't want to hear your excuses for this shit either. I'm not a graphics snob by any means. I can vibe with the fucking Gen 1 aesthetic, so don't tell me I'm being overcritical or anything. It just feels inexcusable coming from the world's largest grossing media franchise. Scarlet and Violet are largely the same thing, only worse, you know, considering how riddled with bugs they are. I'm not going to continue down this rabbit hole. Other people on YouTube have explored these issues and covered them extensively, so go watch one of those videos if you want to learn more about it. I went off on a tangent. I was going to use that as an example. I don't think ZA looks all that great either. It shares a lot of Play-Doh-like similarities with those that came before it. I like the idea of climbing the ranks in single player, but I'd rather staple my nutsack to the ceiling than play online against randoms that Legends spam, or VGC players using me as a warm-up playing 5D fucking chess and knowing what I'm thinking before I think it. And what's with this bullshit of not being able to move Pokemon around freely between ZA and home? Apparently, when you send shit from home to ZA, it just can't go back to previous titles anymore. I've heard people say it's because they added a new language in ZA, but in all honesty, I really don't fucking care what the reason is. I pay you $16 a fucking year, and you mean to tell me the thing that you've been able to do this whole time, you suddenly can no longer do? Why the fuck am I paying you then? Like, home is, has, and will be a confusing fucking mess between certain features being mutually exclusive or way easier depending on if you're using the mobile version or the Switch version. Just figure it the fuck out. Highest grossing media franchise. You've been milking my parents when I was a kid, and now you're milking me. At least let me feel like I'm getting a good fucking deal, for Christ's sake. Everything TPC has released during the Switch era just isn't hitting that good anymore. I mean, I've had my moments, like playing through all of Let's Go with my buddy and doing Dynamax adventures with him in Sword and Shield, and we did side-by-side playthroughs of Legends Arceus. My girlfriend, her brother, and myself stayed up way too late the night BDSP came out, and we had a blast in the underground. My friend skipped Scarlet and Violet. I don't blame him. With all this stuff going on, Legends ZA might just be my last game. I really don't know what I'll do in the future, if I'll stick to that or not. I have 20 years of Pokemon games that don't have DLC or require any kind of online connection that I can play, and plenty of ROM hacks too. I have to get back to a Ribbon Master as well. I'm just uncertain of things right now and very fed up with Nintendo and Game Freak. So, in closing, fuck you, Nintendo.